I like the fact that it's a large university and a public university too. There's so many interesting people here, and the city provides so many opportunities for me.
The Res Life program here is amazing. They give students the opportunity to empower themselves.
I wanted to go to a Research 1, Division 1 institution, hopefully in an urban environment, and when I looked within the area and within the region, UIC stuck out. So the question became, why not UIC?
I chose UIC because I really wanted to work at an urban institution. There is definitely a commitment to growing the campus housing population, and to be a part of a department that's growing and it's changing and it's committed to its students is something that really excited me as well.
This university and this campus housing department especially have a great way of helping students to actually build their own communities. Here, students really do it for themselves, and we're the facilitators and the guiders and the shapers, but that's where our job ends and students begins.
I chose UIC because it had a unique programming model. I love that it really challenged the residents to do the programming for themselves. I just felt like that was really telling of how cutting edge UIC is, and the fact that it's going a different direction and it's moving in a positive direction.
So here, it was a breath of fresh air to see that not only our professional staff is very diverse, but the students, you walk in the cafeteria and you just see so many different cultures eating together, hanging out together in the halls, and it's just a great opportunity to work here.
I chose UIC because it's a great location, and they really seem to cultivate a culture with their resident directors that they allow them to branch out and try new things and really explore what they want to do within the position. There's a lot of support here that became pretty obvious to me when I interviewed. A lot of support here amongst the staff, and it's just some place that I felt would be a good place to start my career.
I describe my interaction with students as ongoing. At any moment, I'm in contact with students, whether it's via programming or just wanting to partake in intramurals with a group of students from my residence hall. It happens all the time. It's ongoing.
Oh, I interact with residents quite a bit from day to day, whether it be the hall council, the exec board, or the hall council meetings. Students coming to my office to chat about things, talk about their roommates, talk about things they want to do, programs they'd like to see.
Yeah, my interaction with residents is fantastic. Campus housing really wants us to be very intentional with how we interact with residents. And that doesn't mean that I can't just see a resident in the hallway and say hello or just have a quick conversation, but it does mean that I have to work really hard at being an educator and at being a facilitator of community.
I've gotten the opportunity to really let residents into my life and who I am, and I think that's definitely pertinent to being able to reach residents. It's just really great making that connection on a level that's not so much, oh, you're my hall director, but it's more about, hey, you're a person, this is a person that I can go to and get help, and it's somebody that I have something in common with.
They get to know me by face. I walk down the halls and they're able to recognize me and call me into the rooms, and we're able to chat. A lot of students are very interested in programming, so we've been able to support those students in getting the programs together and make them bigger and better as the year goes on.
My interactions with students are awesome here. I get these students that are from India, that are from Pakistan, that are from Russia, that are from just Wisconsin, and they're just so excited here. They're really fun to interact with.
When it comes to my interaction with students, it really puts a smile on my face. I get to work with students on a variety of levels, whether it is the residential side and their programming, because they're always inviting us to programming, or the academic side, working with tutors and just being their resources.
I interact with residents on a number of different bases. One being I advise hall council. Most of my interactions come through advising hall councils. Through our general meetings and our exec board meetings, I'm able to interact with students and engage in critical conversations that may help them guide them along as they go through their first year as a resident here at UIC. Technology is extremely important here at UIC. I love the fact that we're so technology driven in our department.
One of the great new things that we have that involves technology is Laundry View. It's an online website that you can go to and see what dryers and washers are available.
We have a lot of online resources for our students, and we're very much into online initiatives.
Whether I'm in my office or out, I can actually go onto my desktop and communicate with people I work with, communicate with students, access my calendar.
Technology is almost never not a part of what I do here at UIC. My laptop, my PDA are things that are always with me. They always help me manage my day, keep me going, and make me more productive. And my digital camera is always hanging from my wrist, just waiting to snap pictures of residents building their communities.
I believe the best perk of my job by far is the fact that I live in downtown Chicago. At any moment of any day, I can go into the city and take part in activities and events with my residents and not have to worry about a heavy commute or accessibility.
I came from a university where I had a cinder block apartment as a grad student, and now I have this great apartment that serves as a real sanctuary for me when I go home. Especially for me as a person with a family, 2 small kids, it's so important to have a great place to come home to.
Living in an urban environment, because it allows me to live on a college campus but still have, more of an adult life outside in the city.
I really love my apartment. If I invite my mother or my family to come down, they feel very comfortable in my apartment. I also love being so close to downtown and having that opportunity that when I'm not working, I can go downtown and enjoy many different things.
I think the best part of my job is the autonomy that I have. I really feel like I have a role and a voice in the leadership of the Residence Life Set of programs and within our department as a whole.
Professional development is very important to me as well as my colleagues in my department.
I can get the NASPA Journal, I can get the Journal of College Student Development, and lots of other things through what Housing buys for its staff members. And I also have access to a great professional development fund, more than I ever thought I'd have as an entry-level professional.
Just recently, I actually went to Glucujo in Indiana, and it was totally paid for. I didn't have to come out of pocket. And what was great is that I got a chance to connect with other professionals that are in the type of hall that I'm in, and it was great because they were able to give me some pointers, and I was able to use those pointers when I came back to my hall and implement them. And I've noticed a change in some of the things that I've been able to gain from the conferences.
By sending us out and getting new information at conferences or professional development opportunities, it gives us an opportunity to bring that back into seeing what other universities do, as well as present what UIC does to the other universities. So it helps our professional development as well as the department's development.
There's lots of opportunities for professional development here, and it's really just what do you want to take advantage of, not if you can.
We love each other here at UIC. I've made some wonderful friends that I think even beyond this job, we will still be friends in the future. So I just really love being a part of the staff that is so close and we're constantly laughing together. So I really love the relationship that we have.
The staff is phenomenal here.
Every time that I go into a meeting here, the meetings are all about how do we challenge one another and argue with each other to make the experience that we provide to students the best one possible. It's so intellectually engaging and challenging, and that's what I love about going to meetings with all my colleagues here, is that I always know I'm going to walk away, sometimes frustrated, but very often fulfilled, engaged, and feeling like we're doing some great work for students.
Just the people I work with are a lot of fun, so it makes it incredibly easy for me to get up in the morning and look forward to going to my office.
And we're just not co-workers. I think we're actually friends, and that's nice because we can work together and play together very well.